If someone made you feel like the center of their universe, and then, almost overnight, turned cold, distant, or vanished completely, this video is going to explain exactly what happened to you. Because what you experienced has a name. It's a pattern. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to spot it before it ever happens to you again. Stay until the end because sign number 4 is the one almost nobody recognizes until it's too late. Love bombing and discarding isn't just a bad relationship. It's a deliberate emotional cycle used, sometimes consciously, sometimes not, by people with narcissistic or manipulative tendencies. And the scary part? It doesn't feel like manipulation while it's happening. It feels like the best connection of your life. That's exactly what makes it so dangerous. So let's break down the 5 stages one by one. It starts fast. Too fast. Within days or weeks, they're calling you their soulmate. They're texting nonstop, showering you with compliments, gifts, future plans. A trip next year, moving in together, even marriage talk. It feels euphoric, like you finally found the one. But real intimacy takes time to build. When someone skips that process entirely and floods you with intensity instead, they're not falling in love with you, they're building a hook. And once you're hooked, the story starts to change. During this phase, they make themselves your entire emotional support system. They discourage, subtly at first, your time with friends and family. I just want you all to myself. Sounds romantic. Until you realize your world has quietly gotten smaller. You stop reaching out to people who used to check on you. This isn't an accident. Isolation is one of the most effective tools in manipulation, because the less support you have, the harder it becomes to see what's really happening, and the harder it becomes to leave. Then the shift begins. Small at first. A cold response, a canceled plan, a joke that cuts a little too deep. You tell yourself it's nothing, everyone has an off day. But this is the beginning of devaluation. The same person who once made you feel like royalty starts making you feel like you're not enough. And confusingly, you start trying harder. Because your brain remembers who they were at the beginning, and it's chasing that person, not realizing that person may have never fully existed. Here's the sign that most people miss. The sudden reappearance of love bombing right when you're about to walk away. The moment you pull back, they come back stronger, Marsha. More gifts, more affection, more promises. This is called intermittent reinforcement, and psychologically, it's one of the most addictive patterns that exists. It's the same mechanism behind gambling addiction. You never know which version of them you're going to get, so you keep coming back, hoping for the version from day one. This cycle can repeat for months, sometimes years, before the final stage happens. And then, it ends. Not always with an explanation. Sometimes it's sudden silence. Sometimes it's a cold, detached breakup with almost no emotion at all. A stark contrast to the person who once said you were it for them. This is the discard, and it happens because the emotional high they were chasing wore off, or because they've already found their next source of admiration. It rarely has anything to do with you. It has everything to do with a pattern they may not even fully understand themselves. If this sounds painfully familiar, I want you to hear this clearly. None of this happened because you weren't good enough. It happened because you were kind, open, and capable of real love. And that made you an easy target for someone who confuses intensity with intimacy. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to breaking it. If you've experienced this, drop a comment below. You might be exactly what someone else needs to see today to finally understand what happened to them too.